Hi Taurus, and welcome to a Case of the X tarot reading for November 2017. This is for all you Tauruses out there who are missing your ex, or maybe you're just thinking about them all of a sudden out of nowhere and you want some more information. This is also a general reading. I'm not looking at any one personal storyline, so this may or may not resonate with you. And with that said, Taurus, let's see what the energy is between you and your ex for November. I'm only looking at the month of November, not prior, not after. Also, I'm going to pull 3 cards at the end. Decide which number you feel most drawn to now before I even do the reading, card 1, 2, or 3. I do that to really try to add a more personal element to these general readings for you guys, okay? So let's get started. Oh, okay, well, this card flew right out, so we're going to go with that one. Wow, it's Taurus. So for you guys, the energy between you and your ex is serendipity. Now, this could mean a couple different things. You guys might just run into your ex out of nowhere in the month of November, okay? Others of you, this could definitely indicate a reconciliation. For some of you, it's like you're finally going to realize that the fact that you guys are broken up is like a blessing in disguise, like you dodged a bullet somehow, some way, okay? So this will be a different message for all of you. But as an overall energy, it's very positive. It's so, all of you, positive message in regards to the ex in November. It could just be that you feel better about them than you were. It could be that you guys are talking again. You, like I said, you run into them just unexpectedly. Or you just finally realize, oh my God, I'm so lucky that did not work out. So I'm going to pull some cards to see how you're feeling towards your ex in November. And I pull cards for your energy because that gives me, you know, the overall picture here. I can't just read it one-sided. And also, you know, if I'm like, this is how you're feeling, and you're like, no, I'm not, then you'll know you're not resonating with this reading, and maybe it's not for you. So, Taurus, let's see how you are feeling about your ex in the month of November. All right. We have the Fool. Wow. Some of you are really wanting a new beginning romantically with them, or you guys are reconciling. I mean, this pairs really nicely with this serendipity. Others of you, you might be feeling as though your ex has started off on a new journey without you. Maybe they are in a relationship with somebody else. The fact that this is upright though, and this is the energy, this feels for most of you more of a positive thing. There's some sort of new start between you and the ex in November, whether we're just talking again, whether we're finally friends, or you know, we have this new beginning happening in a romantic way. Others of you, this is just what you're hoping for. This is what you're feeling inside. Like, I really want a new beginning. I don't care about the past. I just, you know, especially maybe if you ran into him, you're like, it's fate. We need to be together. Now, Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so some of you, this is that wishing and hoping, but you might feel like your ex just won't give you a second chance. And, you know, that's just, you're so hoping and wishing for that. And you're hoping that the universe is on your side here. So let's see. Others of you, you may be feeling like your ex is asking you back, and you're just not quite sure if you want to get back with them. And that's what that Ace of Pentacles is about, being reversed. So let's see what's going on with your ex to get a better feel of these cards that have come out here. For some of you, that might be you're finding out that your ex isn't with somebody else and maybe you thought they were, okay? All right, Taurus. So how is your ex feeling about you? Well, first card out is a major arcana, just like you. We have the Chariot reversed. So some of you, they're feeling like they lost you, okay? They absolutely feel like they lost you. Others, it's like maybe your ex is feeling like their emotions are a bit out of control, and there's this element of feeling like a victim or feeling the loss. They're not victorious here. Followed by the Death reversed. Okay, wow. So this here is like, no matter what they're saying or doing, this is like, I'm not done. I'm not over you. Okay, if Death was upright, I would be like, ee, Taurus, I don't know. But because it's reversed, they're not over you as well. And in November, maybe you thought like they were just long gone. In fact, this might be an ex that you're not even coming to this video for, okay? And it's like they just show up in November and they're wanting this second chance with you, and you're just not quite sure about that, okay? But yeah, or I do have to say this because this is a general reading. For some of you, your ex might be feeling like you're not over them, okay? And they're just, with that reverse Chariot, they're not, you know, wanting to get back with you. And that comes back over here where you're showing as the Fool, but the reversed Ace of Pentacles, and then they're showing the reverse Chariot and the reverse Death. Major Arcana on their side all the way. So for some of you, and you'll know if this is you, they're seeing it as like you're trying to come back to them. And if you're the one that's been trying to come back to them, then that's you, okay? You know. And honestly, if they're just kind of being distant and not coming right out and saying, hey, I don't want another chance, but they're being distant and not, you know, super open. They don't really want to get back with you, but maybe they're not fully over you just yet. So you'll know if that's you. If that's the kind of reception you're getting, is just kind of disconnected, do not continue to pursue. It's in your best interest to not, okay? So I'm going to look at the energy that's playing out between you and the ex over the month of November. But for most of you, I feel like this is saying, yes, the ex is not over you either. And maybe the two of you just kind of play a game where you pretend like you're over each other to each other, but you're not. All right, let's take a look. The energy playing out in November. All right, Ten of Flames. Yeah, okay, so we're definitely, in November, we're definitely transitioning energy. Tens are all about completions. So the end of something old to make way for something new. So this could be old energy of the relationship finally playing out and you guys are starting fresh. Or this is like in November, you're just realizing, you know what, there's no viability here. Next, we have the Six of Flames. Yes, nice. So again, this is like some of you are just fine that it's not going to come back together, and it's like you're finally in that place. But for others of you, this is that second chance, or that your ex coming and saying, hey, you're my only one. Like, I have all these options, but you're my only one. Or this is you saying, hey, you're my only one. You're the only one I really want. You shine higher and brighter above the rest. Okay, that's what this energy is about. And I love that this is a 10 here, okay? But even though this is a 6, you can see there's one torch here. There's one torch over here that stands out among the rest. And to me, there's a dual meaning there. Either your ex stands out among the rest no matter who you meet, and that's how you feel, or that's how they feel about you no matter who they meet. But more than that, it's the completion of a cycle of energy, and here is the new beginning. Very, very iterated strongly, whether that's a new beginning with each other, or that's a new beginning outside of each other, where you're finally embracing that and you're finally feeling good about that. Wow. 3 of orbs. Okay, I'm gonna say, because this is general, this has to go both ways as well. This is November is all about conclusion for you guys, Taurus, with the X. At least the Tauruses I'm reading for. Some of you putting it all out there to the X, it's just like gonna end in rejection, okay? And you'll know, I think you'll know. And this could be where they're rejecting you, or you're rejecting them. You're saying there just can't be another chance here, okay? But for others of you, this is where, you know, this information comes out. It feels magical, and the heartache is now reversed because we've communicated, or we're deciding to try again. Nonetheless, like I said, there is this completion of energy here, and it's going to transform and change into something new in November. And by the looks of that last card, some of you are going to have a hard time, you know, fully letting go, but you need to trust that it's so in your best interest, and there might be something amazing that's showing up in December for you, okay? For others of you, this is just like the completion of that, where the sadness is finally dissipating. And it's either because you're just over it finally because of this natural cycle of energy, or it's because you and the ex are having some sort of reconciliation. So it will be different for all of you. You know where you stand in your life. You know the energy between you and your ex, so you will know how this message relates and applies to you specifically. And now I want you to think of that card number 1, 2, or 3, because I'm going to draw the romance angel cards now to try to make this even more personalized for you. But before I pull them, with serendipity out there, no matter what happens this month, trust the universe on it and know that that is what is best for you 100%, or it wouldn't be happening. That's the energy of this card. Like, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, it's truly in your best interest for it to play out the way that it is in November. And if it's hurting, I hope that brings you comfort, okay? Because this is general, so this goes 2 ways. And for some of you, you know, maybe even just a handful, probably there is going to be just this amazing event where you guys just run into each other, or you find something out in just a very interesting, bizarre way, and it's finally what you needed to know. So let me know how this is playing out for you, okay? I wish it was just like for all of you, amazing, you're gonna get back together, or you're finally gonna be 100% okay. But what I feel for that serendipity is however it's playing out for you personally is the best thing for you. And just hang in there and trust it, and believe that if you and your ex aren't meant to be, there is somebody much more suited for you. Okay. So, what is that number that you were thinking of? All right, first card out. If you were drawn to the first card, number 1, chances are you are going to have a conversation with the ex this month in November. And you need to just come from a very honest and sincere place, even if that does leave you open to rejection. If that's the case, it's like that's what needs to play out to give you that momentum to move on, okay? For others of you, it's like this conversation is coming out of nowhere, and it just feels magical and synchronistic, and you're so happy that it's happening, that it's unfolding. For some of you, it's just like just to talk to your ex, just to have this conversation is all you need, okay? So if you were drawn to this card, perhaps this is your sign that you need to just fully express yourself without an expectation of outcome. Okay, that's like the energy that will set you free. For some, it will yield the result that you truly want, and for others of you, it won't. This is general. But if you were attracted to this card, definitely conversation happening, or you need to reach out, or out of nowhere your ex just kind of reaches out to you, okay? Card 2 is finances and careers. Interesting, especially with this here. You might come into some money, okay? Or there might be communication with the ex in regards to money or career or something, and that's what reunites you guys. Is perhaps you guys had, you know, maybe some property together or something like that, or also maybe some of you have been still giving to your ex in a financial way, okay? And this card here is telling you it's time to end all that. Like, you know, you're worth more than that. You don't need to be paying anybody's way. And maybe if you are, you need to look a little deeper into what's really going on in their life. You know, like, just pay more attention if you are giving your ex money for whatever reason, or if you guys have any property together. It's like November, there may be the dissolution of all of that. Like, you guys are separating all of your assets. It looks favorable, okay, for you guys if that's the case. Also, this could be telling you, hey, if there's somebody at your workplace where you're kind of like interested in them, this here is your confirmation that maybe, just maybe, you need to give that a chance and maybe put the X on the shelf for the month of November. But with the energy of this card, somehow, some way, finances, money, career, that energy is playing out between you and your ex. That is a factor for some reason. Maybe maybe you come into some money and then all of a sudden your ex shows back up in that knowledge and you're like, oh, hell no. Or maybe you're landing a really great job in November and like that attracts the ex back. If so, really be cautious of that. Really pay attention to that, okay? Because you deserve to be loved for you, not for what you have. Wow. And for the last card, card 3, past life relationship, this here is a confirmation to those of you who feel this really strong spiritual connection to the ex, whether you guys are reconciling or not. This is your confirmation that yes, you are not crazy. You have a very special connection with them, a soulmate connection, you know, with this past life relationship card. And that's what makes this so hard to let go of, okay? But that doesn't mean that you're not going to have another great love that has elements of this type of spiritual depth and connection with somebody else, okay? But if you've been wondering why is it so hard to let go or move on, it is because you guys have shared something before, and that residual lives inside your energy field, okay? Everything you've ever experienced in this carnation or any other exists inside of you somewhere. It's stored there. So you feel that, you feel like, you know, there's this serendipitous connection between the two of you. And with this card, I just feel like those of you who are meant to be with your ex to come back together, like the universe is just going to line that up in such a way that there's nothing that you could do, okay? It's just going to happen. You're coming back together, like the universe will just align that for you, okay? So some of you, this is just a confirmation that yes, you guys do share this soul connection. And for others of you, this is the universe saying, listen, you just need to trust and know that it will all come together in the perfect divine timing. So Taurus, that's what I have for you guys in regards to Case of the Ex for November 2017. I hope that this helped and did offer you guys some guidance. Overall, it looks good. Like, no matter what's happening, there's good energy for Taurus in November. So have a very beautiful and blessed month. Take care.